Good afternoon. This is Steve with Born Again Torinos, and I want to give you an update on the opera windows, which you can see all welded in. They turned out really well. Let's see if we can get a good view of this for you. And I hit it with the grinder like I always do, so it has a massive amount of tooth for the filler to grab onto so it can never peel off. And I countersunk the holes so they taper in, so any filler that's there can't be pushed in the hole because there's a lip, a recessed lip, so no filler can fall in. Plus the edges are rounded off, so it's not a hard edge. And this whole thing again will be all filler, but it was a lot harder than normal because the guy had taken the window out. So my concern about protecting the insides, even though I've taken the back seat and panels off, still don't want a fire in there. So I had to do some gyrations just to protect. And so I was talking about how the sound, because of the stiffness, this has the frame there, which you hear much deeper sound is, the more open and tinny it is, less support, and then the higher the pitch, the thicker it is and stronger. So it's great, and it's never going to surface again. So it's permanently fixed. And I took the rocker trim off, the main rocker trim, because he had screwed in sheet metal screwed into the body and didn't use the clips. The main one doesn't have screws in it. He didn't screw it in, so I figured he didn't touch it, and I was right. It looks to be had never been removed off since it was new. It's got green paint, factory green paint under it, and shockingly, there's not a thing wrong. There's not a bit of rust anywhere underneath, so it's in really good shape underneath it, which is unusual. They usually have something. So that's a major plus. There's a clip on each end, and so there's 4 clips total on each side. 2 of them, the bolts just snapped right off. So I don't know if the other 2 are salvageable. And then there's a row, I don't know, 7 clips, plastic clips that go on these studs that snap things on. And that's about that. Hope you can see that. There's the factory paint. So it's looking good. I did all the trim holes for the vinyl top because I just took a screwdriver and just hit them and they just fell into the trunk. So that could have happened at any time on Tony. So I countersunk them all. This entire panel here that's welded here is going to be filled and board sanded, and so those will be permanently gone. This paint, whatever he used, is so brittle. It just chips like mad. I don't know what he used. It's not soft like enamel. And so that's that side. Here's this side. So I'm not the world's greatest welder, and my welder is nothing super powerful, but 20 gauge steel is thin, and that's all I really weld, so I have just the 110 wire feed gasless welder, and it does fine on 20 gauge. So you can see it. It's going to be exciting to get that covered and out of my sight, so I don't have to think about it anymore. And that's why I do the most unpleasant jobs first and get them over with. My least favorite thing to do on these cars is this. And you can see in there, hopefully it's not too dark, the welded in metal, and then the sail panel will cover that. It'll be gone forever. And what else? I guess this is going to be a short video. Since YouTube likes hiding videos and things like that, depending on what's said or implied. I know we are in the midst of this event, which is affecting us. My wife and I work from home, and we get our business, our income, from our tomato plants and pepper plants we sell. And I do 1 to 2 cars now a year, and we sell on eBay and Etsy, but those sales have totally tanked because of this event. So it's trusting in God as our provider. We know that God is still on the throne, and to think that we really have much to say about it is kind of like hubris gone crazy. We're happy, we're joyful, we're laughing, we're drinking coffee and eating snacks, and because I'm a prepper, I've been for decades, now we've got everything we need, and so we just hunker down. But we have an insane governor in Washington State, and now he's talking about shelter in place, which wouldn't go over well with me. But I haven't gone anywhere really. We're in our little enclave here. I've got plenty to do. If I'm not working on a car, I'm working in greenhouses. For relaxation, we watch movies. I play video games. I play my guitars, and just write it out. I'm a little confused to why things are going the way they are. It's kind of something doesn't seem right. Numbers aren't adding up properly. So we will see. I know that this didn't take God by surprise. I can't imagine God, getting upset by being taken by surprise and Gabriel, Michael, what's going on down there? What's this virus thing they're talking about? No, this is all going according to plan. Somehow, we just don't know. So we will continue to go about our life, and I think it's going to change life after this is resolved, this event is done, and maybe people will be wiser, maybe they'll prepare more. I think families are now, because they're hunkering down together, they're playing board games and they're visiting and eating together, and maybe they're reconnecting. It just doesn't have to be doom and gloom, and I don't think it is doom and gloom. So I'm excited to see what happens. When you know where you're going, when you die, you have zero fear. And I have zero fear. I have no connections to this world, and ready to go at any moment. So that's that, and here's the car, and I'll continue to work on it, and I'm always happy to talk to you guys, see how things are going, making sure everybody's okay, and answer any car questions that, if I have the answer, I'll share. There's a lot I don't know. I learn a lot. I love watching Musty One's YouTube channel, and we cut the cord for cable TV a long time ago, and satellite and all that. We don't pay for TV, so we have antenna TV. So I have 2 giant antennas on my roof, and we get like 50 channels, and the HD over the air is higher HD than cable or satellite because they don't compress the signal. And so we have beautiful TV, and we only watch classic shows. I don't watch any new movies or TV shows. It's all classic stuff, and we watch DVDs. Where was I going with that? Well, we cut the cord. Let's see. Gosh, I know I had a reason. I'm slipping. Anyway, I'll remember later. So the next video will probably be this, already having its first layer of filler, and maybe already board sanded, so you can kind of see the high and low spots, and then we'll just keep going from there. And that's it. Thank you so much for... Oh, I remember. I was talking about we don't watch TV because everything I seem to watch is online. So my favorite thing to watch is not some show produced by some company. It's guys like me who just work in their garage. I like Vice Grip Garage, Musty One, Cold War Motors, Jonathan. Oh gosh, what's Jonathan's last name? Gosh, he builds the most wonderful cars. I think he's in North Carolina. Anyway, I watch Hoovie's Garage and a couple others, but it's all the stuff I need. It's no drama. None of the scripted stuff and producers and like back in the day when we had cable, they'd have these shows, like with Boyd Coddington and the Graveyard Cars, and they're all the crew's getting mad, they're throwing tools and all this drama, fake drama, just ridiculous. Hardly any car building, not real, and I can't watch that stuff. So I want to see real people building real things, and it doesn't even have to be a car. It could be like Musty One fixing an old motor that hasn't run in 100 years out of a tiller or something. That interests me. It's so fun watching creative people. I learn so much because there's things I just don't know, and I get such wisdom from guys who know their stuff. And so that's what I'll be doing. And thank you so much. And if you like it, what I'm doing, just subscribe and keep watching. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear it. And until the next video, thank you and good night.